Hi, my name is Becca and I'm the Youth Education Specialist with Pacific Whale Foundation. In today's video, we're going to dive into the ocean and take a bit of a closer look at some of its most successful disguise artists. There are lots of different ways that animals utilize camouflage in the ocean. In this video, we'll review 3 of the main adaptive techniques used. Before we get into the unique creatures themselves, I think it's important that we talk a little bit about why so many animals have evolved to blend in or to camouflage into their surroundings. The goal of all life is to survive, and for lots of animals, that really comes down to how well they're able to escape or hide from predators. It's kind of like the ultimate game of hide and seek, and in this game, you really want to end up on the winning side, because it means you get to keep living your life. If you end up on the losing side, well, it's not such a pretty picture. And of course, predators need to survive too, and part of that is that they need to hunt. They need to successfully capture their prey, right? But the prey, they don't want to get eaten, so it's this give and take between the predator and the prey. For our first type of camouflage, mimicry, we're going to be going over a couple animals that are able to mimic another item in their environment. So as the predator comes around looking for food, they can't really tell if it's food or if it's something else that they're not interested in. And that brings us to one of my favorite animals on the entire planet, the pygmy seahorse. Or there's actually a few different types of pygmy seahorses out in the ocean. And not only are they the smallest type of seahorse, coming in at 1/2 inch to about 1 inch in length, but they live their entire life on a certain type of Gregorian coral where they blend in oh so well, as you can see in this picture of them. And they're very adorable and also extremely skilled at camouflage. Our next master of mimicry is the leafy sea dragon, a relative of seahorses, but not a seahorse, and they spend their entire life living near and around kelp and seaweed. They are about 1 foot in length. Our final master of mimicry is the frogfish, and they also come in at about 1 foot in length. These guys are exceptional at mimicking the surface of the reef, looking a little bit like rocks and sponges. Our next style of camouflage is countershading. Countershading is a fairly simple yet highly effective form of camouflage in the ocean. An animal that utilizes countershading has a dark upper dorsal side of the body, kind of like their back, and they have a pale colored or white ventral side of their body, or their chest and belly region. This is a benefit to them because you can imagine when you're swimming in the ocean and you look up, or even swimming in a swimming pool or a pond or any body of water, what do you see? You see light coming down from the sun, right? And the surface of the ocean looks much lighter in color and almost white. And if you were swimming in the ocean or a pond or a swimming pool or a lake, whatever it may be, and you look down, it's gonna look pretty dark, right? You're gonna be looking away from your source of light and into the shadows of the ocean. So in a predator-prey situation, if the prey is utilizing countershading and a predator is nearby, when the predator is above the prey item and looking down, the prey is going to blend in with the depths of the ocean. If the predator is below the prey and is looking up, the prey is going to blend in with the sunlight coming from the sun and through the surface of the ocean. So without having to put in much effort, an animal that utilizes countershading will blend in whether they're near the surface of the ocean or when they're in deeper depths. Tiger sharks typically grow in length to be about 10 to 14 feet, and as you can see, they are darker on top and lighter on the bottom, and they also have those stripes along their body, a form of disruptive camouflage or coloration, which also helps them blend in with the shadows in the ocean. Working our way up in size, manta rays also utilize countershading. They can grow up to 30 feet in length from wingtip to wingtip. That is quite a large animal. They are the largest of all the rays, and again, as you can see, dark dorsal side and a white or light colored ventral side. Last but not least, humpback whales typically grow anywhere from 35 to 45 feet in length, and as you can tell, they are also masters of countershading. Our final type of camouflage is active camouflage, and this brings us to probably some of the most famous camouflage artists in the ocean: squid, cuttlefish, and octopuses. Chromatophores, along with other specialized skin cells, allow for animals to change not just the color of their skin very rapidly, but also the texture and the shape of the body. Octopuses range in length from less than 1 inch to up to 16 feet in length. Cuttlefish range in length from also less than 1 inch to up to about 3 feet. And squid range in length from also less than 1 inch, but they happen to be the largest known invertebrate on the planet. At least certain species of squid, right? The colossal and giant squid are quite large, and the largest ever recorded was about 43 feet in length. So no matter what size you are in the ocean, there are a number of different ways you can camouflage your body and successfully blend in with your surroundings. Octopuses, cuttlefish, and squid are not the only animals that utilize chromatophores though. A number of other species do, such as flounders, which are known as the chameleons of the sea, and they typically range in size from 1 foot to a few feet in length. Trumpetfish are also very well known to shift their color to blend in with their surroundings using chromatophores, and these guys typically range in size from about 2 to 3 feet. I actually have a video here that was taken by our education manager of a trumpetfish blending in with a school of surgeonfish. So let's check that out. Alright, so now that we've learned a little bit about some of the ocean's most successful masters of disguise, I want to challenge you to see if you can design a species that can successfully camouflage in your own home or your own backyard. I don't know if you could tell, but I designed a species and it's been hidden in plain sight during this whole video. I haven't named it yet, but it has been hiding behind me. It is a special type of fish that lives here in Hawaii above the water, and I did use my imagination to come up with this little guy, but you can see that it's mimicking the leafy plants in my yard. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please send us an email at education@pacificwhale.org, tag us in your videos, send us a message on Facebook, Instagram. We want to see what you create for your own species that's going to camouflage around your home or yard. And thank you again. See you in another video. Mahalo.